Gerald Adloff.
That's okay. Greetings, City Council members and Honorable Mayor. My name is Gerald Adloff. I am an owner with Woodland Ways, a woodcraft company that also provides chemistry equipment, dinosaurs, archaic man, and prehistoric life casts and artifacts to educational programs, organizations, and schools. 20 years ago, my wife and I founded and funded Castleworth Children's Museum, 1995 to 2004. It was a hands-on science museum and nature facility located in Simi Valley. We built this museum as a response to supporting a struggling educational system, much like what is occurring right now. At that time, we had a remote location and drew about 15,000 people annually from Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, and Ventura counties. We would like to stress that museums do work. Museums bring in tourism. Museums improve and support education. Museums provide cultural, economic, and social benefits. And they absolutely bolster a future generation's hopes and knowledge. Museums provide needed outlets for studies that are being done at local universities by educators and students. And museums also unite families, communities, universities, colleges, high schools, middle schools, and elementaries. The proof is obvious. Simi Valley has recently had a local student become the first student in California State University Channel Islands and California State University Northridge ever to receive the National Science Foundation Award. It's like the Nobel Prize for students. 20 years ago, though, she spent countless hours at Castleworth Children's Museum. This is an amazing achievement that we would like other students, families, schools, and communities to experience. In conclusion, as some might know, Woodland Ways has recently been at the Simi Valley Craft Fair. While we were there, we had a Neanderthal skull and a Smilodon skull, saber-toothed cat. We also have spoken at the Simi Valley Unified School District Board, and at that meeting we brought a Homo habilis skull. The one thing we would like to stress that many times over the past few years, that it's one thing to read about a Homo habilis, but it's another thing to put a Homo habilis skull into a student's hands and then explain who he was, how he lived, what are the things that he accomplished. And of course, who were Lewis, Mary, and Richard Leakey, Donald Johanson, Tim White. Today I brought with me a Velociraptor skull. I will be here after the meeting if anybody would like to come up and see it. But the one thing we would like to say is that we are currently in an Intuit contest where all we need is votes. So if you'd be so kind, I gave you little cards there and it gives you the link. You just go and click it, hit vote. It takes a couple seconds. You can do that every 24 hours, and that goes for anybody in community. And then also, I'd like to have, anytime you'd like, I'd like to have an open discussion about setting up the museum here in Simi Valley. Thank you for your time. And also, thank you for all your support. And it's great to see some very familiar faces, so I appreciate it.
Thank you. Next is Paul Coombs.